Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. And for a change on this channel, one of the first times ever, apart from when I did that Sunderland Till I Die watchlog, good times, we're going to have a little chat, just a very little one, about that little club down the road, Sunderland. Sunderland have just been promoted, but there's Sunderland fans are going to hate us. Dislikes in the comments, through the roof. I can smell it already, I can smell it from here. They're stinking out Wembley, stinking out Trafalgar Square. I've started off on it. Oh, I'm digging myself, Rachel, yeah, they're going to hammer us. Anyways, yeah, this is I'm not here to hammer them, really. They've just been promoted. Sunderland, back to the Championship. 4 years. They spent 4 years. 4 years in League One, Division 3. Well, that's over for them now. They're back in the Championship. 2-0 winners against Wycombe Wanderers. I said that this would be this year. I said they'd come up this year. But when all them were saying, you know, we'll see you next year, wrong again on that one, weren't they? Because they thought we were going to get relegated. So they're not. It could still be years before we play Sunderland. Because yes, they're back in the Championship. They could quite easily get relegated again next year, back to League One. Very unlikely that they're going to go and do back-to-back promotions. So it's been done before. It's been done before. But, you know, well, you never know. They might get in the playoffs again. They seem to have lifted the playoff curse that they've been struck by over the last few years. That was 3 or 4 finals they'd lost in a row at Wembley. But they've done it today. They have been promoted. And, you know, they're going to be in the Championship next year, and I said it's a difficult league, the Championship, unless you're Newcastle. Yeah, piece of piss. 2 times winning it, 2 times straight out. Record champions. Yeah, points tallies a lot. Like I said, it's going to be hard for them to come up. It could still be a while before we play Sunderland. I'm good we haven't got them in the cup at least once. I really am, because I'm going to surprise a few of you. Maybe, you know, I see a lot of people say it. Well, I put a poll out not long ago. Haven't checked what the results are, so I'll try and get that on the screen now for you. Would you like to see Sunderland come back up? Because the point of this video as well, we're going to talk about what Eddie Howe has said when he answered that question a couple of weeks ago in the press conference before their semi-final playoff game that they had. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, let them rot, I think it's funny, keep them there, keep them down there, never want to see them again. Not for me, not for me. I said I wanted Sunderland to come up. I said I'd rather Sunderland come up. I want them to come up to the back of the Premier League, and I want to play them twice a year, and I want to smash them twice a year, because I'd absolutely love to play Sunderland again. I want them to come back up, I really do. It was hilarious when they got relegated. It was even more hilarious when they got relegated again to League One, and then when they got beaten in the playoff final, they were stuck in League One. But now it's been years since we played each other. It's not really that fun anymore. I think it's boring. I'd rather they come back up, and especially the trajectory that Newcastle United are on now, which is coming in the world. We would absolutely hammer them. We'd have a great day out against them, at their place, at home. I want it back. I want Derby days back. Do you know what I mean? Derby days used to be the best day of the season for me. Obviously, we all know, you know, Sunderland fans, 6 in a row, all that shite. It was an awful run of results, but that was an awful time as a Newcastle fan. Like Steve McLaren and that in charge. It was stinking. But before that, I remember the 5-1. One of the best days of my life. One of the best games of my life. That 5-1 win over Sunderland. Loads of other good results, home and away, over the years. Quite a few draws and quite a few defeats in recent years, but like I said, when they come back up, if they come back up to the Premier League, now that they've secured promotion to the Championship, I'd love to play them again. I'd love to hammer them. I really, really would. I'd be dead up for a derby. It's one of the first games you'd look for when the fixture lists come out. So I'd be all for it. I'd be all for Sunderland come back up to the Premier League. Good luck next season, Mackems. I hope you come up. I really do, because I cannot wait to put 6 past yous every game we played. You know what I mean? I just think when Newcastle will be in a couple of years' time by the time Sunderland, if they do get back up. It's good to think of. It's good to think of. And I've never been to the stadium a shite, apart from for an England game before we went to Euro 2016. What a warm up there. Stunk. But yeah, I'd like to go there. I think it'd be great crack. And yeah, bring them back up. Eddie Howe was asked this question, as I was saying. He was asked, do you want Sunderland to come up? And he was like, ooh, tough question that. Tough question. I would like to manage a derby, is what he said. He said he's heard about and he's seen how great the atmosphere is between Newcastle and Sunderland, how tense and passionate that rivalry is, and he says he'd love to be a part of it. So Eddie's on my wavelength. I mean, Eddie wants a bit of the derby as well, because he would thrive managing a side going into that game, being involved in the atmosphere, and that's what I want back. We all seen on Monday night how good the atmosphere was, how amazing the atmosphere was against Arsenal at St James's Park. Imagine the War Flags display against the Mackems. Imagine how buzzing the city would be, the stadium would be, the atmosphere, how ferocious it would be. You need that in football, man. You need those games. You do, and I'd big advocate for it. I really am. The whole week, I think, would be mental. The build up to that week would be crazy for a time near derby. It really would. I'd be loving it. I'd be dead up for it. But yeah, that's what Howe was saying. He basically saying he wants to manage in the derby. He wants to face that. He'd be dead up for it. And you know, it's good to hear him say that. He answered the question smartly. He didn't necessarily say yes, they want them promoted, but by him saying that, with there's only one way that can happen, by them getting promoted, because we're not going down our. So I mean, in an ideal world, we'll play them in the FA Cup, knock them out and smash them. But then that would whet the appetite. Then I would want to play them more often. So yeah, I'm good we haven't played them in the Cup for a while, for however long, you know, since they went down. When was the last time we played them? Like 2016, you know, 6 years ago. That was a draw, I think it was 1-1. So yeah, some great meetings in the past. It's one of the best rivalries in English football. You know, it's a hotbed of fans. I'll be well up for it. The back of the Championship now. Will they get back to the Premier League next year? No, I don't think they will. But honestly, I don't think they'll go down. I don't think they'll go back to League One. I think it'll probably be 2 or 3 years before they come back up. Hopefully we'll play them in the Cup next season, and then the season after that they can come up. I'm all for it. And I know there'll be plenty of people in the comments saying, nah, fuck them, keep them down there, rotten hell. You know what I mean? But not for me. I hope they come back up. Because, let's be honest, we're always going to finish above them now with these owners. If it was Mike Ashley, we all know what happened in his era now. It wasn't great times playing Sunderland. But with the new ownerships, how our squad and team is going to look like, how buzzing the stadium would be, I think those Derby days would be brilliant. And we will hopefully, for the next few years at least, and none of this ownership, we're only going to go up that way, be pushing top 8, top 6, top 4, and who knows from there. Sunderland, when they come up, you know, they're never going to finish above mid-table again, or they're really at best. And they'll be buzzing with that, and fair play to them, because they've been down there for a while, but then expectations change. But anyways, yeah, Sunderland being promoted. Will they get promoted to the Premier League? I hope so. I want Derby days back. Eddie Howe does as well. Let me know how you think about that in the comments below. Sunderland fans, bring the grief. I don't care. Subscribe to my channel. TV is a yellow, red and white, black and white, everyone. And enjoy yourself.